Welcome back to YK&DOLC. Today we're heading into the last two stages. We've come in a long time, but every trip will eventually reach an end. Now stage 33, boarding the lips. The hardest stage of the game, I would say. The stage is a mix of every worst thing you've known. I'll be dividing this level into 3 parts. Before the checkpoints, after the checkpoint, and the golden key room. The first part isn't so confusing because there isn't anything new, but like math, once you've learned the theory, you've done the basic problem, it is time for you to solve the advanced problem. It'll be possible that the fireball will hit you while you are moving on the platform, cause for 1, the platform is low, 2, you can't really go anywhere else, so you should be very careful with parts like this. My advice is to attack the fireball or jump, but when you jump, make sure to see your surroundings. If you jump too high, you may hit the ceilings and fall. If you jump without moving forward, you may miss the platform. In the second part, we are introduced to a new mechanic. It doesn't have a specific name, so I'ma call it Line Switcher, based on how it works. It basically switches between 2 modes A and B and changes the route of the platform. This feature, however, doesn't work well on version 103, which is ironic. Usually, a better version means a better outcome. If you want to save time, you may want to look forward to the next Line Switcher and use it before the platform comes. And I will be real for you, I want to complete this stage as fast as possible. So in the process, I will be using various special suits. If you are a speedrunner or you are confident, you can follow me. Else, you can wait for the platform to move. But I warn ya, if you go for the platform, there will be a possibility of you being shot by the fireball. You don't need to go up just yet. The upper floor is where you open the red door. Let's move forth and find ourselves a key before doing so. This is the third part that I mentioned earlier, and it is the climax of the stage. This room is extremely luck-based. There is no pattern. Each fireball travels to a different height, so over time it gets more random and worse. Now from the bottom, the first 2 aren't a problem. When you ascend, the third fireball can be very troublesome. My best advice is to spam the attack button. If you are patient, you can avoid it. If you see it goes down, you should move to an edge of the platform. If it already goes up as you see it, you are pretty much free. When you got to the second floor, you should watch out for the first fireball. Destroy it if possible. Else, you should wait for it to come down. But don't forget to jump afterwards. You would miss the train if you don't react quickly. This part is quite unfair. Not only that you can't put the key on the platform, but also the fireball is there seeking you at any moment. So the only option here is to time the jump carefully. And that is pretty much it for the stage. This stage is really interesting because firstly, it is a hell themed stage, which refers to the hell levels. The map is huge, refers to the forest level. It has new mechanic, which is the line switcher. This refers to the machinery levels. To get the crystal, you need to no-clip, a reference to stage 8, aka the wooden house levels. You stay on the moving platform and try to overcome the jellyfish. This refers to the water themed levels. I can't think of any reference to ice level, but hey, who would have thought that ice and lava would go well together, right? Anyway, we have surpassed the hardest. Now we are on to the weirdest. Stage 34, the Tentacles Lair. As you can tell from the title, the level has no yokai other than tentacles. It's great to see them outside of the water, but it's also not great to see them outside the water. They can shoot some sort of white chemical that is warm and salty. Don't ask how I know that fact. This white chemical can somehow slow you down if you consume it too much. It is like getting hit by a bullet from the succubus, but instead of hypnotizing, it faints you. But don't worry, only the big ones that stay on the ground can bust out the white chemical. The rest are too weak to do so. If you don't understand what I just said, then sorry kid, you're not cultured enough to watch this video. Anyway, the difficulty is quite mediocre. You only ever need some patience and you'll pass it without any damage. By being patient, I mean very strong patience. In the second half of the stage, there are platforms, and for whatever reason, the platforms in this level move twice as slow as usual. Welcome to the real tentacle lair. You don't need to kill all the tentacles that you see, they will respawn afterward. What matters is the horizontal tentacles. For the bottom one, you can spam the attack key. But for the top one, you should play it slowly and carefully. Wait until it attacks. You destroy the white chemical and then jump up to attack the tentacle. This is pretty much an RPG. You can bring a triangle block for this, but I'm too lazy, so I'ma do the spring grab jump technique. The golden key has already been there ever since the start of the game. That begs the question, at the start, can you get it without being fainted? I haven't gotten any answer to it. It is just an experiment after all. Just a reminder that this is where you fall at the beginning. The same thing can be seen in stage 3, by the way. One of the things that weirded me out is this part. When you go up to the top, you'll experience some sort of secret room. It has lanes, it has water, as you can hear. Once you've read this sign, you know that you have finished the game. Yup, that's right, this is the end of our journey. I have my respect for the creators, so I won't be showing what endings I get. Well, if I did get any else endings, I would still not spoil it. Despite all the hard stages that we have gone through, we all get the deserved ending. And now here comes a bonus clip. Did you know that there's a grey heart and a crystal lying somewhere in the first room? It is time to get it, but to collect them, you need a launching pad. By the way, I did an experiment recently and I found that there is a gap in the ceiling. I can assure you that it is the gap that we fell at the start of the game. I saw it by doing the spring grab jump technique 3 times. That begs another question. Is getting up possible? I mean, sure, you may perform the spring grab jump in an infinite amount of times, but where would it actually lead to? This sounds more possible than the first question, so I will let you guys answer this, alright? With that got out of the way, this is the end of Yumu, Konpaku, and Dungeon of Little Creature. Thank you for watching.